businesses, and people. Anything and anyone causing a ripple in the community. And now, let's dive in to The Splash Live.
Good morning and welcome to The Splash Live on this Monday. Dave Scott here in our Civic Center TV studios. Thank you very much for joining us today as we have 90 minutes of live television for you right here in West Bloomfield. Starting off, of course, with The Splash Live and then continuing on with a megacast today at 10 o'clock with Tyler Keefe. It's an hour and a half of very local TV each and every day in your community. Easy to watch across a variety of platforms, and that includes, of course, Civic Center TV on Channel 15 on Comcast, Channel 99 on AT&T. You can watch us on the web at civiccentertv.com with our full programming in high definition and all kinds of other great archives for you as well. Be sure to tune in this morning on YouTube and on Facebook, our social media outlets. Facebook, of course, you can find us at Civic Center TV 15. Same thing over on YouTube. Just search for Civic Center TV. We're there. And each and every day we're live on the radio as well, 89.3 Lakes FM. So we invite you to tune in. Weather-wise, around the greater West Bloomfield area today, let's see what we've got. 61 degrees will be our high today. Not so bad, very spring-like as we are getting closer and closer to Tiger opening day, only a couple of days away. 44 our low tonight with some varied precipitation possible. Tomorrow 55, and then Wednesday. Is Wednesday the 6th? No. Today is the 3rd, is that right? Wednesday's the 5th. So 71 the day before opening day. Thursday is opening day. Just checking on that. So 71 degrees. That is awful nice, and we definitely are moving in the right direction. All right, well, here at Civic Center TV, as you know, if you're a regular viewer, we make a concerted effort to let you know what's going on in our local municipalities. And we do that as much as possible by broadcasting the civic meetings of our townships and our cities. And, you know, I understand this is not always the most earth-shattering news, but I find it very interesting, and a lot of our viewers do. And I urge you to tune in and take advantage of our programming, including our meeting coverage. So tonight, of course, the West Bloomfield Township Board will be meeting, and very interesting news there tonight as the West Bloomfield Township is looking at a study tonight about renovations for Fire Station Number 1. A research project, some information was put together by an architectural firm, Redstone Architects. And we're going to take a look at that in just a minute. We'll run it all down for you, talk to you about what's going on tonight, the discussions. Then tomorrow on the program, Greg Flynn will be here, the fire chief, to talk more about what he shared tonight. We'll have more details for you in a minute. We're going to take a short break, and we will be right back and then take a look at what we're going to be talking about tonight at the West Bloomfield Township Board meeting as they look at renovations for Fire Station Number 1. Fire Station Number 1, of course, is the fire station on Orchard Lake Road right next to West Bloomfield High School. So stand by. We'll be back in a moment. You're watching The Splash Live.
We'll be right back with The Splash Live. Like what you see? Beautiful works of art, masterworks of metal, and accomplishments of artistry will be on display near you. All kinds of artists from all walks of life come together to celebrate their skill and appreciate their work's beauty. Hot Works presents the 2023 Orchard Lake Fine Art Show. Stop by July 29th and 30th between 2 and 10 p.m. between Powers and Daly off of Orchard Lake Road. What's happening around you? Hear about state events, businesses, and from the people behind them on The Megacast, an hour-long TV, radio, and streaming show keeping you informed on the day-to-day news. Listen in on talks with volunteer groups, documentarians, and financial advisors, Monday to Friday with your host, Tyler Keefe. Catch The Megacast weekdays from 10 a.m. to 11 on Civic Center TV, 89.3 Lakes FM, and streaming on mymytv.com. Wake up, Greater West Bloomfield. Start your mornings with The Splash and tune in for The Splash Live. Get acquainted with people, places, and activities that are live, local, and for you. First thing in the morning, weekdays at 9:30 a.m. on our Civic Center TV YouTube page, or watch us live at Civic Center TV or on Facebook. The Splash Live, Greater West Bloomfield's live update show.
I'm Steve Eiserman of the Detroit Red Wings, and I think every child in Michigan deserves a safe, healthy, and happy childhood. Can we build a state where Children Trust Michigan isn't just a name, but something our kids believe? Please support Children Trust Michigan as the voice for children and families by visiting the website to learn more.
Like what you see? Beautiful works of art, masterworks of metal, and accomplishments of artistry will be on display near you. All kinds of artists from all walks of life come together to celebrate their skill and appreciate their work's beauty. Hot Works presents the 2023 Orchard Lake Fine Art Show. Stop by July 29th and 30th between 2 and 10 p.m. between Powers and Daly off of Orchard Lake Road.
Watch Civic Center TV with our brand new live captions. To turn on live captions, go to civiccentertv.com and click Watch Live. In your web browser, click on the Options tab in the top right and find the Accessibilities tab. Then just switch on live captions to heighten your enjoyment of our local programming. Thank you so much for watching Civic Center TV.
Many people are feeling overwhelmed and struggling with mental wellness these days. So be kind to your mind. Give yourself permission to breathe. Share your feelings. You are not alone. Have hope. Talk to a Stay Well counselor for free confidential help 24/7 through the COVID-19 hotline.
And now, back to the Splash, live.
All right, good morning. Welcome back to the Splash Live. Dave Scott here in our Civic Center studios. So, big news today. Here's a picture of the West Bloomfield High School Fire Department Station Number 1 as it is planned and as it is being discussed. And let me just fix this here real quick. Sorry about that, everybody. There we go. Now we look good on TV. So, Redstone Architects has been engaged by the West Bloomfield Township to conduct a study for renovation of Fire Station Number 1. Now, Fire Station Number 1 is located at 4601 Orchard Lake Road, and we all know that as the fire station right down the road from the West Bloomfield School District. Doesn't look like that at all. Look at that. This new drawing has red doors, and we're kind of looking at it. When I first looked at this, I was wondering, are those doors, did they just put doors on the front of the fire station? But they still have the same drive-through garage. We are looking at it from the north, looking south. You can see the fire station offices that are 2 floors that go down the hill behind the fire station, and then beautiful physical enhancements to the front of the building. But that is only a very small part of what they are doing to possibly improve the fire station. Greg Flynn, tonight, our fire chief, will talk to the West Bloomfield Township Board about 2 possible renovation design options and discuss the pros and cons for each design. And again, he'll be here on the show tomorrow to talk about it in more detail. He's also going to talk about the cost for each. I think, if I read the township's documents, it's a project that they're spreading over 3 or 4 years with planning and then execution. I want to say it was in the area of $3.5 million, but we can talk to Greg tomorrow and see if that number is right or wrong. Included stuff, did not include stuff that, again, I didn't see in the report today. The original fire station Number 1 was built in 1971, and according to the report that Greg's going to give tonight, is functionally obsolete. It does not meet the needs of the department nor the community it serves, according to the fire department. Design and operational standards for essential facilities have increased since the station was built. Makes sense, way back in 1971. For example, the structural design of the station was designed to office building standards and not the more stringent design that you would want to have for a fire station that is part of our emergency services here in West Bloomfield. Protecting firefighters' health and safety is also very important. Obviously, that's all changed, and they are designing hot, warm, cold zones to protect the firefighters against carcinogens by allowing them to cleanse their bodies before entering the living area of the station. I assume some of that as a result of some of the work that they're doing in the field. The International Building Code, according to this report that they'll be discussing tonight in front of the West Bloomfield Township Board, has adopted requirements to include storm shelters in essential facilities, and this one definitely is, and that includes fire stations, of course. And Greg will talk tonight, Greg Flynn, our fire chief, will talk again tonight about anticipated new Michigan codes that we will need to adhere to in the future. In addition to renovating the building to include safety measures for the firefighters, the current fire station design for fire station number 1 includes individual sleep rooms, shower rooms, and a locker room that are gender inclusive. The station needs to be able to staff the station based on the number of firefighters and their needs in the community at that location with certainly some understanding that there are now, I don't know that in 1971 we had any female firefighters. I'll make the assumption for a moment that we didn't, but we certainly do now. So the building needs to be planned. So that's just an overview. We'll have the expert here tomorrow. Greg Flynn will join us on the program. We'll talk about the presentation tonight. It's been a lot of work on public safety here in West Bloomfield, and it makes sense because really that's one of the big jobs of our township, to make sure that we have the public safety resources we need. We have an unbelievable police department and an incredible fire department that not only serves serves West Bloomfield and also serves Greater West Bloomfield as well. So very important that we have the facilities we need. Improvements going on in the police department right now, and if they can get it in the budget and make the plans, they now have a proposal from an architectural firm and some ideas tonight to discuss. So if you are interested in all this from any perspective, tonight would be a really good night. Head over to the West Bloomfield Township Hall for the Township Board meeting this evening, or your alternative would be a couple of other things. Tune in, watch it tonight on Civic Center TV. And then also tune in tomorrow morning right here on The Splash. Chief of our fire department, Greg Flynn, will join us so we can get into this in greater detail. In addition to this building project, I figure we were talking fire anyway. The guys over at the fire department, the guys and gals over at the fire department put together great videos. They got a great video collection on YouTube, which has all kinds of safety information. So seeing as we're talking fire this morning, let's take a moment and take a look at one of those videos. This video all about fire extinguishers. Let's watch.
Here are some safety tips when using a fire extinguisher. Use a portable fire extinguisher when the fire is contained to a small area, such as a wastebasket, and is not growing. Make sure everyone has exited the building, the fire department has been called or is being called, and the room is not filled with smoke. To operate a fire extinguisher, remember the word pass. Pull the pin. Hold the extinguisher with the nozzle pointing away from you and release the locking mechanism. Aim low. Point the extinguisher at the base of the fire. Squeeze the lever slowly and evenly. Sweep the nozzle from side to side. Remember to follow these tips and continue to be safe out there. Thank you for watching and have a great day.
Tips from the West Bloomfield Fire Department. The most basic of which is, do you know where your fire extinguisher is in your kitchen, especially at your house? And have you taken a look at it to make sure that it's valid and it's in good shape and it's ready for use? And if you haven't replaced it for a while, you might want to think about that. So just a couple of tips. And I think we just went to daylight savings time, so if you've not changed your batteries in your smoke detectors around your house, good idea to do that as well. Okay, so we'll have Greg here tomorrow. I'm sure we'll talk about all that. He'll tell me everything I got wrong today, and we'll talk about the improvements of fire station number 1. Great building, very important to us too, because that is where our radio transmitter is for the big 89.3 Lakes FM. So maybe around your house, like around my house, it's been time to, with the warmer weather, to start thinking about spring cleaning. And it's a lot of work. All the things that have accumulated, not only just over the winter time, but maybe things that have accumulated at your house over the past several years. And you're finally getting it together to get all that hazardous stuff out of your garage and maybe in some outbuilding that you have at your property. Well, we've got some time to plan for it, but in the springtime every year, it's a good opportunity to get over to your local communities and take advantage of the hazardous waste disposal opportunities. So here in the West Bloomfield area, for West Bloomfield and Kego, I was able to get the dates. April 22nd, mark your calendar. April 22nd is the Hazardous Waste Disposal Day, and they've got a bunch of other programs. We'll have more information right here on Civic Center TV and talk about it as we get closer so you can get all the details, the times, and all that. But as you're working around the house, especially with these 70-degree days, I know you're working on cleanup activities. Don't forget, Hazardous Waste Days are coming up in our communities, and it's going to be April 22nd, and I think some things also going on the 21st, right beforehand. More details coming up. You can also go to your local municipality's website to get more information, Kego Harbor, West Bloomfield, Sylvan Lake, Orchard Lake, and they will have all the details. Now, you take that and you add the No Haz program that Oakland County has, and it's even another opportunity for you to take care of some of those materials that may be a problem. Oakland County's got a really nice video. Let's check it out, find out about No Haz.
No Haz is a consortium of communities that have come together to provide household hazardous waste disposal events for their residents. Household hazardous waste are lots of products you will have around your home that, if not stored or disposed of properly, can be dangerous to human health or to the environment. There are a lot of different items that are accepted, and there is a full list available on the website, www.nohaz.com.
All right, so information right there from Oakland County. You can get more of the details on No Haz by going to a website. I think it's nohaz.com, as they said right there in the video. And you can always go to the Oakland County website, find all the information you need right there. But it is that time of year to start thinking about getting things cleaned up around your place. And that includes hazardous materials you want to get rid of. So one of the biggest things going on right now, and I see it everywhere, all over our country. I was traveling over the last several days, and certainly right here at home, is the growth of pickleball. And we're seeing it right here in our Greater West Bloomfield area. News out of Oakland, out of Sylvan Lake rather, that there is an active group of pickleballers. If you're in that group, you know who you are. In Sylvan Lake, 120 or so, I was reading on Facebook, and that's great news. And then they have decided, I think the decisions have all been made, we'll confirm it, to take one of the tennis courts at the community center and turn it into a pickleball court. Now, not everyone agrees with that, but almost everybody does. It's a great opportunity. And if you haven't played pickleball, this is not something just for the kids. It's really great for people of all ages. And I find that a lot of people that are more in my demographic and a little bit younger are taking an opportunity to get out and play pickleball. It's very physical activity, but it's not quite like tennis. Court's a little smaller, play isn't quite as fast, and maybe that's part of the reason why it's growing in popularity. In West Bloomfield, there are 4 dedicated outdoor pickleball courts at the Drake Sports Park, as well as 2 courts that are over at the Keith Sports Park. I am told from the West Bloomfield Parks and Recreation website. And then, of course, we've had the people on here from the Sports Club of West Bloomfield who have a big pickleball program there. So certainly some of the private facilities and clubs and whatnot around the area, another opportunity for you to get involved. It's a great social opportunity, great opportunity to get out and get some exercise. And everywhere, even the place where I live, they're converting the tennis courts over to pickleball courts. It's all the rage. Pickleball, what is it? You don't know? Guess what? Our good friends at the West Bloomfield Parks and Recreation Department have a pickleball video. Let's check it out.
So the socialization is really exciting because you'll get to meet new people. That's really the best part about it, is when you come out, you're meeting friendly people, and people love playing pickleball, so they're usually happy.
Hi. So many benefits to pickleball. First of all, you get to be in the fresh air. It's very social. I've met so many new people that live in West Bloomfield that are now my pickleball friends.
Anybody who's never done anything active before in their life can try this out, take a lesson, and
It's easy
play
to learn.
it and get better at it. It's fun.
Hi, John. How are you?
You know, it really does look like fun. Good job at the Parks and Rec Department. I think that's a year or so old, but it really tells the story really well. Pickleball, you can see, good for people even people that want to get back in shape. Good opportunity, and we hope you get out and enjoy some pickleball. It's almost that time. In fact, I'm sure there are people already out on the courts now that the weather has started to improve. Lots of opportunity around West Bloomfield, more opportunity in Sylvan Lake. Get out and play and have some fun. So, I like scrambled eggs, but we're not going to talk about scrambled eggs here. We're going to talk about the egg scramble, and why not? It's almost here, Easter, right around the corner, and the West Bloomfield Parks Department has their egg scramble happening Thursday at the Drake Sports Park, and it's kicking off at 4:30. This is for the little toddlers, ages 1 through 7. All the eggs are split and scrambled up. It's your job to put them back together again and turn them in for a treat. Bring a basket to carry your goodies in and a camera to take a picture with Mr. Bunny, who will be there. A petting farm and a train ride will be available at the event. Toddlers, children's ages 1 through 2 will be asked to collect 10 eggs and then turn them in for a prize. Children's ages 3 through 7 will be given 5 egg halves to search for, and they're matching halves, and they'll be spread out all over a field. You get the idea. It's an egg hunt. And it's going to be an awful lot of fun. The early times, right around 4 o'clock or so, are all booked up, but there's more time later in the afternoon. Might give you an opportunity to get home from work, then go do something really fun with your kids in West Bloomfield. Weather should be pretty good, but dress accordingly. Check-ins begin about 4:15 in the afternoon, and there still are slots available. Call Parks and Recreation Department in West Bloomfield. They'll give you more details, and they've even added something new for the kids that are a little bit older. They call it a flashlight hunt. Will be happening a little bit later on. I assume that's for the young teens. So sounds like a lot of fun going on in West Bloomfield. Hey, Kegel Harbor's going to get into fun as well. Their egg hunt happens Saturday at 11 o'clock as we head into the Easter weekend. Food Truck Tuesdays. You may not know about this. This is something that everybody over at the West Bloomfield Township Hall, all the workers and everyone who's hanging out there and people spending time at the library are familiar with. But I thought I would mention it to you again. The Food Truck Tuesdays are an opportunity for you to come by on some of these nice summer days and enjoy something to eat with the other people in the West Bloomfield Township. We've got a picture here we can put up on the screen, and you can see that this starts in mid-May and continues on every Tuesday through the summer. A variety of different vendors will be there. And here's one of the things that's really nice. If, you know, in the spirit of Pastor Jack Freed, who passed away, he really wanted to get involved in our community. And one of the ways he would do that, just to get to meet people, was to go to the, you know, the Chamber of Commerce and the Rotary meeting and to go to the town hall and just meet some of the people that are working there. If you want to meet people in our community, what a great way to do it is to show up on these Food Truck Tuesdays, because you'll see some of the police people will be there. People from all the different departments will be there. Steve Kaplan and Chris Darcy and Steve Kaplan's office will be there. A number of the other elected officials will all be there. We stop over from Civic Center TV. It's a really good way to meet other people in our community. Food Truck Tuesdays, and if you're looking for something to do for lunch here in the West Bloomfield area, just start remembering. We'll remind you plenty of times before it comes up. But just note that Food Truck Tuesdays are an awful lot of fun, some really interesting food, more information on the West Bloomfield Township website, and we hope that you take advantage of it. Talking about resources in our community that we just want to remind you about, just some amazing resources. Let's talk about West Bloomfield, the Henry Ford Hospital in West Bloomfield. Amazing facility. They have a lot of programs going on there. We don't always take time to mention them. I was on their website this morning, and I just wanted to mention they've got yoga classes going on there, of course, childbirth classes going on, and a lot of other things. And you might want to check it out by going to Henry Ford Hospital, West Bloomfield. Check out their website. If you're looking for other programs and classes, obviously we've got West Bloomfield Parks and Recreation, Kegel Parks and Rec, and all the other Parks and Rec departments have an awful lot going on. But here is our biggest employer, and clearly one of our biggest institutions in our area, and they do an absolutely remarkable job. I also thought, because we're talking about them, we'd just take an opportunity to watch a short video from them where they talk about being a hospital and what it's all about. Let's watch.
What is a hospital? You might think it's a place to go when you're sick, but could it be more? Could it be an environment where extraordinary doctors provide great care? A building that houses great minds, as well as research and advancements that treat and heal, where a diagnosis leads you to a team dedicated to making you feel better. And let's say you're not sick. Could this same hospital teach you how to live healthier, happier? What would that hospital look like? In this place, you not only discover doctors, nurses, and therapists, the medicine people travel from miles around to find, but also chefs, teachers, and yogis. It's healthcare that would be custom fit and world-class. And here's another twist. The rooms at this hospital would be designed around your comfort, created to stay quiet and let you sleep. On site, there would be a greenhouse to grow the food patients eat, and the food would be so good, you'd eat there even if you weren't staying the night. It would be a place that doesn't look or feel or smell anything like a hospital. One that would welcome the community in sickness and in health. Its doctors would specialize in answering the difficult questions, but also in taking the time to hold your hand. But you don't have to imagine, because here, you're not just our patient, you're our guest. Welcome to Henry Ford, West Bloomfield Hospital.
Truly great resource we have in our community. Nice video from Henry Ford West Bloomfield Hospital. And we are going to continue to feature videos like that on Civic Center TV from our partners and neighbors and friends here in the community. Hey, that's it for the time today. Welcome back to Monday. Have a great week. Enjoy the nice weather. And we will be back here bright and early tomorrow morning. Again, Greg Flynn will be here along with others. We'll be talking about this new fire station that might be coming, or at least an update to our fire station #1 coming here to West Bloomfield. See you tomorrow morning right here on the Splash Live. Have a great day.